say hell yeah, because shit, I don't see you dating nobody else.
That's messed up.
Oh shit. Yeah, I would date myself right now. We already
Beast,
discussed
what's
that.
up,
Yeah,
fam?
I would
Just
like
chilling,
to.
just chilling. You know where we at. Come find me on TikTok too. We all over there
Reputation.
with the questions. With the questions. I'm on YouTube and Twitch. I didn't even know I was on Twitch. Let me keep that. Let me let that ride. Twitch is all right. Beach family, fat already, fam. I like this.
Oh, so you going to retirement?
But we on the Tipsy Table Talk. It's in Miss Hollywood.
I'm gonna go in hibernation for a little while longer before I just go my pimping.
I didn't nothing wrong with that. You know, nothing wrong with that at all. Like, you know what, that's the thing about it though. You know what you want. And if you know what you want and you continue to put yourself in a position where you can't achieve that, then you gotta chill.
Right.
Because I used to think like, even people back in the day would be like, I don't want no kids, and like my sister, you know, she's like, I don't want no kids, my second sister. I was like, girl, you know, and then as time goes on, and I was like, okay, well, shit, maybe kids is not for it. You know, that's just how it is. And I can't, you know, I told her I would like to get a niece or nephew from her, but if that's for her and her husband, that's
right.
cool.
I mean, I wanted more kids, but
she already got 16 nieces and nephew anyway.
Oh.
Hey, am I wrong for this right here? Okay, I'm playing poker and then somebody messaged me and they said, hey, handsome, how are you doing? And then I said, I'm doing good, but don't message me no more. I already have played with myself. Is that a good response to it?
Oh my God. No. What about tomorrow?
I don't know. I was just saying, you know, because that's usually who be playing on these. You know, when you get, that's the kind of inboxes I get. So I'll be trying to find witty stuff to say.
Text me tomorrow, so because I already killed myself today.
Yeah. Okay.
So they could text you tomorrow. So that'd be another nut for you.
Tell him, I play myself today. You can play with me tomorrow.
I keep my eyes open.
How was your hot day?
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm making more questions for us. Y'all just keep talking. Hold on 1 second.
What's up, Beast?
Well, you doing more questions? I thought I saw. Okay, I'm tripping then.
Nah, New York Beast, that's like my little bro. I've been knowing him like 10 years or so. Because I'm playing poker over on Twitch. And so, but I got it. I got my y'all are on the Bluetooth, so we can laugh.
Okay. Oh.
I just can't believe that last night we get restricted, or something happens, and then you wake up this morning and all of a sudden they talking about the tipsy table. Well, no, they talking about the tipsy table, and we don't even mess with nobody.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, I think it's because he has a set of people that pop up every day, and we all mess. You know what I mean? We all enhance each other's crazy. And when newcomers come in, Sometimes they could take the heat and sometimes they can't.
You can't take the heat, stay the hell about this kitchen, dog.
I just don't get it. I don't get it because we don't mess with nobody. It's like being targeted or something.
We don't mess with nobody, but they
I just didn't know I was fine. I'm glad I'm fine, but I ain't. These women don't. I got to make this very clear to just the general public. Don't none of these women get at us. We don't have no inbox relationship. We didn't. They don't. It ain't like that. Like she said, we like brothers and sisters. Do we? Do we have other places that we go and have conversations outside TikTok? Yeah, but it still don't be. It don't. It ain't like I don't know. Y'all.
We don't go to other places talking about where we was at. We go to places
And
on their table, do what they do, unless it's us getting together again. You know
and as much as we talk crazy to each other, I know you didn't think nowhere in there that they guarding us. These women cut us down. They do us any old kind of way when we say something out of line they don't like. They don't hold back. That's what I like about them. They don't hold back. I love that about them. If you feeling some type of way, go on say it so we can fix it. Don't hold it back and then lash out later on about something else.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. And the thing about it, these women up here, they do this shit sophisticated. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
They're not all ghetto and shit like that. Yeah, so.
I know I make some crazy comments. I make crazy comments a lot of the time because Diamond reads all the comments. I make them all the time just to see her facial expression. She don't read all the comments. She make a face. She can't even hide it. She don't know that she doing it, but she make a face like she's sucking on a lemon, and it is so funny to me.
When she trying to you know, I thought she tried to open her eyes wider and shit.
Yeah, that.
The eyes already big as hell.
Right.
You know what it is that we can banter with each other and not take it to heart.
Exactly.
But I think when newcomers come,
he said, "What did the gopher say to the toilet?"
The gopher say to the toilet.
Oh shit! Then my little brother done started up.
Go for it.
Beast, I don't know why you don't come up. Ain't no, it's plenty slots. Why you don't just come up and talk? You witty and funny as hell too. He right around the corner from Sarah. They probably live next door to each other.
That might be why he ain't coming up even talk. He said, "Hey y'all," he said, "It's tea time."
What's up? What's up, Stu? I'm just playing poker, man, sitting over here on the Tipsy Table on TikTok. Maybe I should drop the link to it. Well, if you go in my bio,
because you do.
You'll see on YouTube. You'll see the Tipsy. You'll see TikTok, and if you hit that, it'll show you I'm live. Oh, we. No, I'm not sipping. I just could smoke. I have to work tonight. I have to put it in tonight simply because I'm I have the mice days fuck me over. So
do you miss them or the routine you had with them?
Shit, even in a marriage, I'm emotionally unavailable sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, cause my wife had to tell me, she like, you don't show no emotion, you don't have no but I'm like, nah, you just really have to get to know me. But yeah, if you know what I'm saying, you come to me with some bullshit about somebody else, yeah, I'm emotionally unavailable. I want to hear that.
Yeah. Depends on what it is for me.
Yeah, that part right there, that's it for me.
So dated the wrong people too.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of both. I've been emotionally unavailable in relationships, and I've also dated the wrong people. And then no, I don't miss any other men that I've been with, but I do miss some of the routines.
I don't make fun of the women because I had one date before my wife. And let me tell you how this shit went. So I met this girl in high school. We graduate, met
Okay,
her
B.
again at the mall. So I met her again at the mall, and I was like, you know, we So I'm looking through there and shit, and I'm like, I'm saying, like, hold on, that's the girl I met, and she over there sitting with another nigga, you know, and knock on the door. And her sister asked, and she came, my dude, and I'm like, hey man, who was that? Girl, kind of find out it was a dude that's in high school we used to mess with. You know, one of them dudes that used to carry all the girls' books and shit like that. And man, I felt some type of way. I said this, you know, the airport. I was like, this guy over here talking to. But she had a twin sister. And what I did, y'all, I was like, shit, I came here to eat. And I asked her sister out right then and there. I said, can we, you know, want to go eat? Yeah. Fuck that. You're not finna play me. Yeah, she tried to throw Kool-Aid on me. I had a nice white pants on and a nice yellow shirt with my Iversons on and shit. She tried to douse me with a red Kool-Aid shit.
Oh, damn. She wanted to fuck that outfit up.
Fuck your shit up.
I didn't want too far from where they live.
Oh, wait.
Yeah,
She was mad you took her sister.
She played me. And I was
Hey,
like,
y'all,
yeah,
do me a favor if y'all in the comments, y'all tap the screen for me, please. I appreciate you.
Yeah, she played me. That's why I was like, you know what? I'm not dating for that shit no more. Somebody I'm gonna do that purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I left, I went to Job Corps. That's where I met my wife.
For real?
Yep, the following week, I went to Job Corps.
Thanks, Chris.
I was in Job Corps for like a month, and then my wife came.
I told you I got a little machine. I'll be forgetting I have it. So
How you doing? Well, look at well, you older. Your little sis up there.
you see, I call it a machine. I don't even call it what it's called, a tapper. It's just a little machine. You know, you old. That's what old people call everything a machine. You got your machine. Call your cousin if you got your machine. He talking about your cell phone.
Give me one of them that you got.
It's remote control too. Look.
For real?
Yeah, look. Hold on. Let me. It come with a stand. See this right here? It go in. This go inside here like this, right? And it's a but really, you fold this little part out, and it's a stand.
Oh.
So you
So
know,
you sit up-
for
sit
your
up right
yeah,
there,
so your phone can
to the
sit on
screen.
it. Yeah, so your phone can sit
That's
on
what's
it.
up.
But it got this little remote control in the back. See, watch this. I'm gonna hold this down.
You can control the speed.
The volume and everything. It just made the hearts. You see, I ain't touching it. You see what it say? I just like the lie.
Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I need to get me one of them then.
It's just this little controller right here. Go in my TikTok store.
I need to get me one of them.
Make sure you purchase it from my TikTok store.
Okay, I'll go in your showcase and look for it.
Yeah, it's in there.
Oh, here comes Mr. Beach, y'all.
Already. What's up, bro?
He said the dogs and stuff be barking in the background, but that's all good. We heard dogs before. Testing.
What's up, bro?
Testing. What up, Bill? Oh, whoa. I'm in a car, rap.
Okay.
Yeah, we know what kind of cough that is. That ain't no sick.
Welcome in.
Right.
Nice to meet you too. I know I got a cold, y'all. I'm sorry. This cold got my nose running. I got a cough.
Oh shit! I'm in here tripping, man. My
I
bad,
ain't
poker
even
players.
go outside.
Yeah, drink something.
I got some water right here, but you know I got asthma, so it just when it get me all the way. Good evening.
I can't look at what one thing the women's gonna do is be very disrespectful.
It is.
Slap you right in your goddamn face.
You sound like a pimp.
Bro
You
Hamsky,
still got that
bro
nice
Hamsky,
voice.
come on over to TikTok.
Come here, baby.
Come over here and meet some of the family, fam.
I'm far from that. That's just the character.
I'm a genius at this. Come on, fam. This all the fam over there. Even Beast over there.
For entertainment purposes only.
I know that's right. Hey, we don't mind being entertained. That's what we here for. Hey, Sincere.
I'm telling you, you a chef, bro. Come on, come on. Oh, you watching the Raptors game?
Well, thank
Oh,
you for
okay.
joining us.
I'm just gambling.
No problem. So what's the topic?
I'll be watching the comments though. I'm watching the comments.
Stuff, but if you want to answer the 2 questions, are you emotionally unavailable or just dating the wrong people? The first one. The second one is, do you miss them or the routine you have with them?
Interesting.
So you're gonna answer?
He said interesting. He might be trying to think on this one.
Emotionally unavailable.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yo.
That's a baby.
Yo.
Why go on, chef?
What's up, bro? That's my other bro. Let me stand up while I'm messing around. I ain't even playing poker.
What you talking about, Chris? What you say? They let you stand up?
I was talking about because I'm playing poker online at the same time, and I ain't played a hand yet because I've been being messing with y'all.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, can I ask you something? I'm like Beast. What does emotionally? What was that you said? The
Not
question.
much. How you doing, Chef?
Emotionally.
Unavailable.
What does that mean? Like, how would you describe? Because I just don't get it. I don't know if I can fulfill that ever.
Meaning that you don't have no emotions to nothing. So, like, somebody that's emotionally unavailable wouldn't show compassion. They wouldn't have empathy. It's like almost like being checked out.
Oh, like
checked out. Nothing.
Like my governor.
Nothing bothers you. Nothing. Yeah. You know, and sometimes in relationships, we become emotionally unavailable, and so that's why we don't respond the way we should.
I'm way too empathetic. I feel if I went through something and you going through it, I almost walk through it again. And I don't mean to.
Basically, like, it's an unwillingness to engage in deep emotional, like conversation, often criticized by, keep others at arm's length, avoid, vulnerability, and struggle with expressing or processing feelings.
Got you. No, I don't think I could be that. I'm way too empathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I think everybody up here has a conscience and we're all way too empathetic to be emotionally unavailable to anybody.
Go ahead.
I have that though, so I'm gonna just say this. So depending on what you go through and been through, depending on like just say it could be a situation come and you don't even realize that you really emotionally, because it's something that happens, and sometimes you don't even realize that you are. But now that I think about it and I evaluate myself, there's been time where I've been emotionally unavailable for real.
Yeah. But it's like a lot of that also have to do with past trauma experience, conflict avoidance, fear of vulnerability, the temporary state. So I get that like I'm not the only person I'm emotional available for right now at this moment is my wife and kids. Everybody else I'm not. And I'm talking about like if I'm gonna deal with you, like
Already, Anthony.
you feel me?
There's
Because
levels to it.
I exude all that shit out of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been there, I did that, and I'm tired. So now, in order for me, I don't like conflict, so I avoid it. I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to because you don't really mean anything to me. As far as like I've been giving you and being there and doing all these things, but I haven't really received in return. So people make you turn that way to them. And you might not be that way to everybody, but certain people that you come across, you're not going to be emotionally available for.
Yeah, I think we all go through that. We just don't realize that that's what it's called. Yeah. We think it's just shutting down or just not wanting to be bothered, but those are all signs of being emotionally unavailable.
Yeah.
Okay, so
because we don't want to talk about it. We just rather be done with it and that's it. And I know some things are okay to walk away from, but some things do need to have a conversation.
And I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you what, Soraya. Let me say this. So today, me and my wife was heading to the store, and she was talking about some, regarding her appearance and things like that. And I was like, I do not want to hear about it right now. I'm gonna do it and that's that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm serious because I don't have time for that. I've heard it so many times that I'm not available emotionally to hear that or to deal with that right now. Because you just gonna mess everything else up. If I let myself get into that, I'm just gonna ruin the day and shit, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna cut it off. I don't want to do it.
Right, and to some people it'll look mean, but at the end of the day, you already feel that this gonna lead down something that you don't want. Yes. So and that's what I do with certain things. Like I would rather avoid it. But these days, when you do things like that, people think they either got a one up on you or you. No, actually, I'm the one with the one up because if I told you what I really wanted to say or if I did what I really wanted to do, then you really wouldn't like me. But because I'm in this space, I'm like, you know what? I'm not even finna get into that. Next subject, you know what I mean? And you move on from the subject like you did. Some stuff you gotta not be emotionally available for because we wrap our emotions around everything, and that's what kind of controls our day to day. And so if we emotionally about every damn day gonna be haywire and crazy, sometimes we have to be emotionally unavailable so we can get through the day. Because if we let our emotions drive us, we in trouble.
It's a fear of commitment also. Avoid avoidance of intimacy and then coming.
Well, y'all don't know. That's no home train. Okay, never mind.
Damn, somebody got hard to show me over me like Debo.
Right.
Oh, good.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
No train. No.
What up?
So nice to meet you.
Man, just enjoying y'all beautiful conversation. I'm acting my age today, so there will be no shenanigans, no name calling, no such.
No shenanigans.
No shenanigans. Come on,
now.
It's Friday.
Shenanigans.
It's Friday.
I still had to work today.
You had to work today?
Hell no, man.
Yeah, I think.
What you been up to, man?
I think he fulfilled his 2005 resolution.
Just getting over the flu and stuff.
You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Okay, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, man. But what
y'all talking
about? We just sitting here shooting and stuff, talking about being emotionally unavailable and what that look like.
Yeah, I had to go now.
Oh, you sit your ass right there. You don't go no damn well. Hold on, let me tell TikTok to make you stay right there.
Uh-oh.
He like, Miss Hollywood, what the hell did you? I'm kind of crazy, you know.
Well, yeah, man,
I'm fun crazy though. I'm fun. I love people. I love to have fun. I don't got time for the bullshit.
When Morgan Freeman said to do somebody, you can't force their will.
There you go.
You're right about that, man. I don't know. My heart in a book bag. So
And I know you can.
Ice-T. Hit the link. No, I'm playing with 4 other people. I'm based off right now. He coming out.
What you done did.
I'm playing with 4 other people. Yeah. No, we shooting craps. My bad. I was
Stomp on them on
trying to watch the game a little bit. But yeah, this is on Steam. If you download Steam,
now you gotta pick it up.
You can download craps.
And keep it pushing.
Yeah, we can shoot some craps. What's his point? Fuck, let's go. I'm riding with everybody today. I got 12 left.
My heart been broken like 1 or 2 times, man. It'll work for me and call it the flu.
She whooping with the
But
pussy
yeah.
and the whip.
And the link that's up there.
Oh my goodness.
Hold
Oh
on.
my goodness.
How you know my business?
Come meet some people.
How you know my
There you go. This is where we all are. We over here. Everybody beat Chef Beast.
Man, I want them boys to good at so learn. So now I know what to do. I ain't never 37. So.
But that's good that you know what to do, and you know what? That's what life is all about. Because no matter what, we're gonna go through things that we're gonna have to learn for ourselves. Our parents can't teach us everything. We're gonna have to go through emotions, and sometimes we gotta go through it a couple times. Because some of our heads is a little harder. I know my head is a little harder, so I gotta go through some things a couple of times before I get it. But when I get it, and I move forward when I get it. So I'm just glad to see you getting it. Shit, and doing your thing now.
So when I get it, I get it.
Yeah.
You got it?
You got it? Good.
That's what it is. What they say, when you know better, you do better. That's how it goes.
I think that's a beautiful thing. She hurt though.
That's all right. Let that shit go, because guess what? If it was supposed to be in your future, it would be. And guess what? The heart gotta feel pain. We gotta know what it feels like so we can know what other people going through.
I'm talking about being in love and married right now. Shit, crazy.
Well, that's what you chose. But here's the thing: you gotta stick it out. You signed up vows for better, for worse, for thick or thin.
Oh, y'all being serious. Okay, y'all being serious. Let me be serious.
Yeah, you go ahead and make sure you do right. That's all.
Oh no, my first one was a trial.
Love is a good thing.
Said my first one was the trial run.
He was just trying some shit out. Well, from time to time, we gotta try in order to know what something feels like. If we don't try, we won't know. I bet you a lovable teddy bear. You just be on here talking your stuff. I can see you now. Just a lovable teddy bear. You just want somebody to love all over him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he do. Don't start that bull. You can walk in your truth.
Oh no, I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? You know that me.
Y'all let him know is he anywhere? He's everywhere in the house, but in his woman arms.
Yeah, and then sometimes, he telling us to be quiet depending on what time of day it is. He ain't telling us, he ain't shushing us today. What? He must be in a good space.
Come on, you on TikTok. She don't want me in no goddamn way.
She put him on the roof today.
She don't want to be bothered with you right now, huh?
You say she put him on the roof today.
On the roof? What, my fat ass ain't gonna get on the damn roof?
I know that's right, shit.
Fucking
I will, but I smooth straight. He trying to get me,
And he trying to get you started? He talking about, I will make sure them shingles straight.
Nah.
I ain't gonna do it though.
I know you going to Bible study later on. I'll keep you there.
Bible study.
Hey, that's the preacher pimp. He taking applications though. I'm trying to.
Application of what?
He a preacher pimp. Pep, we trying to teach people the game, he said.
To
Get
pick
that
them
front
by
door
the
shut on
street.
it like a whole witness. What?
You never met a preacher
He said the
preach
money
on
comes
that?
straight from the strip club to the pulpit.
No, he'll go to your house with no bottle. That's what he'll do.
That just
Hey,
sounds like
Jay.
that just sounds like a regular motherfucker to me.
We just on some Friday night chill, Jay.
I got some little joke, but I can't tell you yet.
Yeah, be good now. You gotta be good now. You know this. But we know it. Y'all men be wanting love too. We get it. I know.
Man, look, you can't be gangster all the time, baby.
Exactly. You can't be. That's why I know. I can see it all in your face. If you be wanting a little love, you want a little, baby. Men love that too. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Too, baby. No, it cool. Gotta get.
I be crip walking in my food.
Yeah, us women, we gotta get back to loving on y'all.
Yes.
Don't say it's too loud.
Well, bring it on then. We've been waiting.
I know y'all been waiting. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. I'm a lover. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
I'm still in the sidewalk, but trust me, I know how to love.
They put your ass on that sidewalk. I heard it do one.
A mess. Only you know I'm trying.
They say they in the street, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, listen.
Nah, you know what? That day, they said the sidewalk was full of snow, so they had to get in the street.
All into some.
She had to go in the streets.
Anyway, man, y'all got me talking a little sex tonight. I don't like that. Just
It must be in your water.
I ain't drunk no water since
Yesteryear.
5 o'clock.
I'm about to drink me some now. Glad you said that.
Kind of genetic trait. But we working on that trait. We look all the I'm like a raccoon though. Like I steal hell of shit right now.
I got a couple of family members that look like raccoon. Don't be talking about that.
You sure ain't candy? You don't know about his dog shit around the eye. I mean, still like raccoon. So yeah.
I thought you called them crackoons.
Oh.
Yeah, that's that motherfucker.
I ain't gonna say that. Yeah. Oh, I got good hair shit.
Trash candy.
You ain't never run into a raccoon before in half. So,
it might have been my damn cousin or something.
Oh, damn.
Hey, you know, have you ever seen a weird ass movie they be making, like the one that got an alligator on crack and shit?
Cocaine, bad.
Shark, cocaine, shark.
Nah, that's a real life story though.
Oh no.
A crackhead alligator?
No, the cocaine bear. But yeah, it brought some cocaine.
Oh yeah, cocaine bear. I know that was the real life story.
Alligators out there too, out in Keys.
That's an extreme white people shit right there. Yeah. That's the nigga got the
I think I might go on out. We gotta stop talking about stuff like that. That does sound like it was thick too.
Uh-oh. Dating the wrong person. Do you miss them? Or the routine you had?
With them.
I think it could be
I
both.
don't know.
Yeah.
I probably missed if they had good chicken or not. Other than that, no, not really.
You know what? I'm sick of you.
Hold on. Who created this phone? Cause they're fancy. I wouldn't have said it that way. I wouldn't. Do you miss being a hoe?
You know what? Thank you very much.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'm in this school.
Sometimes we don't miss the people. We just miss the routine.
Yep.
But don't you think that's a bad habit though? Because if
Right,
you
Jay,
can
what's
go, you got
wrong
to
with him?
and start over with somebody new. See, I think that's what a lot of times we messed up at.
Hey,
So we
Lily.
want the same routine with a different person.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're not giving up that new person grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, I want it how I want it. What about, the new person? So, I mean,
Fuck 'em. That's it.
We don't like being alone. That's a good one too, Jay. You absolutely right. Some of us don't like being alone.
I know no good and all of it. I be cracking my ass up on y'all because I'm like, y'all some mean motherfuckers, man. Especially Sarai. She mean as hell.
That's not being mean. That's setting boundaries.
It's not bad. It's not like he's bad in a bad way, but.
Oh, well, then I be mean. Fuck it. I be mean and with my snacks.
That's just to be asking us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say, man.
Why y'all so mad all the time?
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either. When you see me mad?
No.
When you see me mad?
No, he said that's just the BX in us. I say, well, why y'all so mad? Why they so mad all the time?
It's passion.
That's
Come off as anger.
yeah.
No,
And plus y'all.
And we laugh.
passion and anger.
Like, I think about a New York and a Philly person when they talk, their conversation. You think they're arguing and mad at each other. You just talk loud.
That's how it is in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's the same.
And I'm Puerto Rican,
Okay, no,
so
I'm trying
be
to.
loud by
You know
default.
Bienvenidos a la Saraí Soto Show.
Loud, period.
Thank you.
Only canto.
Okay. Look, that's that spiciness. Tell us around.
Despacito.
Yep.
Grandpa.
Gasolina.
Ya no puedo más. Ya no puedo más. Parar contigo. Vive contigo.
What's that? Telemundo.
It could be on Univision.
Yeah, it used to be on this show. It's called Telemundo. It used to come on in the middle of the night, y'all. And his voice used to be talking just like Chris just said it. That's how that man's voice was on the TV.
Oh, you probably talking about Sábado Gigante.
Yeah, that's exactly what she talking about. Sábado Gigante.
Telemundo. Yep, that part.
This shit come on Saturday, nigga. It's all kind of shit going on Sábado Gigante. It's like you got a girl over here jumping rope, somebody over there singing, it's somebody in the bathtub naked. It's all kind of stuff going on all at the same time.
Yo, it be crazy.
Yes, it is.
That's so be crazy.
For real, it's wild. I used to like that, and I like Gordo y Flaca.
Oh, okay.
The talk show.
Or is accountability? Wait, huh?
Is love scary or is accountability scary, basically?
Yeah, accountability. Well, people that have no accountability. Yeah, that's scary.
But to you, I'm asking you, not the people. What do you think? To you, is love scary or is accountability scary to you? And if it's neither one, you can say neither too.
Some people can love too hard, like they're dangerous.
So what do you think, based off of you? We're talking about your answer.
Well, not to me personally, no.
Okay, so do you think love is scary, or do you think accountability is scary, or do you think neither one of them is scary?
Neither one.
Okay. I would say neither one of them now, but in my past, I would have to say accountability was the scary part. It was a little hard for me to be like, Yeah, I'm the problem. Now I don't have a problem with saying I'm the problem.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with fixing it too. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. That comes with growth and being old and figuring out yourself who you are. That's why I say I know I be
What's the
doing
scary
shit.
part for me? You know what's the scary part for me? Knowing who I am and what I want and how I want things. And no matter how how good things are going or whatever, we are human, right? So I always have that in the back of my mind, like, what if tomorrow I wake up and my wife said I no longer want to be with you? The scary part for me is starting over because I know how I love. I know like a lot of things that happened in the past, and for this to be going so nice now, you know what I'm saying? It's like God has blessed me with what I got now, but we have to understand there's reality, right? And so I'm not thinking for that person. They're thinking for themselves. Everything is, yeah, it could be smooth right now, but we don't know what's going on in that other person's mind until the action happens. When the action happens, how do you react to that? And a lot of times, that's why a lot of us is broken and things like that. Because I see it, in well, I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna do this for 5 years. I gotta get myself together. I gotta do. I'm like, that's the part that's scary for me. I like that perspective.
I do too. I do too. Thanks for sharing that. Yep. Yep.
Because we always don't, we don't see what the other person is thinking. We just see what we want and how we want it. But they're not us and we are not them.
See, Anthony, you could be smart.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put the next one up. Hold on, I'll be right back.
I like that side of Anthony.
Yeah, we look good out here, y'all. Sky is pink.
Out here. We colder than a motherfucker over here.
What, son?
Uh-oh. Where Hollywood go?
Hey, Chris, they
Everybody.
got a video. I don't know how true this is, but they got a video of Birdman and Lil Wayne fight.
Do they?
Wait, is a real fight?
Rock Legend Spotlight. So they said breaking, shocking incident last night. Father and son erupted in brutal clash. Police had to storm him to stop. One
Oh,
more second,
wow.
they let Lil Wayne cut up.
All right, y'all. There go the next one. Let me see if I can organize this so y'all can see it. Hold up. Hold up. Want to see something? I'm trying to do it bigger. Hold up. Okay, there we go. Who want to go first?
Soraya's on top.
Okay, so it says, are men accountable for women's behavior today? Why or why not? Um, I'm gonna say yes and no. It depends on. Uh, it depends if they were at fault and they take accountability for them. But if it wasn't them that messed up, all right, like in my relationship, I was the one that messed up. So he but I didn't do anything that would need him to heal from, if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know.
Oh
No,
no.
I'm just listening to because your answer is your answer. You're not right or wrong. I'm just listening to what you're saying. Yeah. So you say men are and they are in some areas and they aren't in some, depending on your opinion.
Split. Right, it's split.
Okay, yeah, it's just your opinion. I got you. Anthony, what you think?
So hands down, everybody's responsible for their own behavior. You're a grown ass woman, man, whoever you are. And if you cannot hold yourself accountable, who can? Right? So it all starts with us and ends with us. I'm not gonna blame nobody for how I react or something. I react for a reason, yes. But I'm not gonna blame, like, oh well, you did this and this and this. You did what you did. I react how I react. Let's move the hell on. That's it.
Okay.
But
I like that answer.
You are responsible for your own action. You're not going to heaven with me, and I ain't going with you to hell. So,
Period. I like that. What about you, Chris? What you think?
Are men accountable for women's behavior today? Yes,
Okay, why you say yes?
because we were given the assignment and we allowed woman to confuse us and go along with
Hey, Queen.
the wrong assignment at the very beginning. I'm talking to you, host, because me and you, we had the same belief system. You get where I'm coming from with that?
no, I
Me and being the leader.
If you don't, I know you do. I know Anthony do too. I'm not. If you might not understand me if you don't believe what we believe, but from the very beginning, it's man's fault because women was never given any instructions. When it said don't mess everything up, when he said if you do this, you're gonna mess everything up. and the man said, and he told the man, and it wasn't the man that got it, but the woman, and the man was there. The woman, he saw the woman in a different light after she partook, and instead of him saying no, I can't do that, he said, give me some. and that messed everything up. That's what I believe.
I like that. Beast. What you think, Beast? Thank you, Jay.
And I just went technically. I was doing technically.
Let Beast.
Gotcha.
Let Beast go.
Let our child give it to them because they enable the toxic femininity.
Okay.
Like they just see what they do bad and it's like they cheer it on or they simp. So everything is okay for them.
Okay.
They get what they want. Food, good sex, whatever.
I like that answer. Welcome up, Queen Karma. How you doing, love? One of the first people that this is one of the first people, y'all, that I met when I first got on TikTok back in June. She was one of the first. How you doing, love?
Hello, Queen. I'm good. I was just listening in. I just got off of work and I have been trying to get up and have good conversations. I'm gonna let y'all chat, and then when you guys are ready to elect me, I'll give my.
It's your turn.
You know what? You came up at the right time because everybody answered. You want to answer this question?
I feel like everybody is individually responsible of their own healing, their own journey. I feel like
that's my woman right there. That's my woman.
No one should ever fault anyone else for their own doing because at the end of the day, you did it. The choice in itself with how everyone
Talk
is
this shit,
inside
girl.
the Most High. You serve Him, so if you're holding yourself accountable, then no one else should be accountable for your decisions, for your mistakes, for what you got going on. You got to do the dirty work to make yourself a better person, not the other way around.
Okay, I like that answer. It's on me now, right? Y'all ready for this? Is y'all ready for this? Okay, so I'm gonna have to say it depends on the situation, and let me tell you why I say that. I do believe, just like you all believe, that we are accountable for ourselves. We have to take accountability for ourselves. No one forces us to do anything. But when I think about the women of the world today, so I go on a lot of panels, and on a lot of these panels, the men always saying that all the women they want you to take them to this, expensive restaurant, and they want you to date them this way, and they want to date them this. So I have to hold the men accountable for that behavior. Let me tell you why. Because the women do it because there was some man that said, hey, I'm going to fly you out and I'm going to take you to this expensive restaurant. And then, boom, you can leave. So when one man do it, they feel as if another man would. And then another man does it after that. And then you run into a one that don't. And you like, well, shit, you ain't. So I do believe in certain senses, just kind of like what B said. Some things men have allowed to take place and happen. And so that's why you see the women today, the way the women treat the men today is because the men have stepped down and they're not leading. They're not being the leaders that they were initially created to be. And even though I hold myself accountable on the back burner, but if I'm running into all these dudes that's doing it this way, then what you think I'm gonna want? You think I'm gonna take somebody serious that don't want to wine and dine me when I've been wine and dine all my life? So when I think about it in a sense, it depends on what specific thing that you're talking about when you ask this question.
My bad, First Lady. My bad. We all over on the top.
Pretty much accountable for some of the behavior that women display today.
You a damn lie.
Anthony, why you think I'm all wild now? I wasn't wild before I met you. It's your fault.
Nah, hell nah. Don't blame that shit on me. That got nothing to do with me.
You turned me out, man. What's going on?
Oh, shit. You're lying. The devil is a lie.
If you asked me that question when I was younger, I would have said no.
Mm-hmm.
See, man.
Yes, you may, girl. Go ahead.
That depends on the circumstance. I can't agree with that one. But me being the opposite of what you just said, I never got the fine whining and dining, and I've always just attracted lower vibration because of the vibration that I was in. When it comes to frequency, you start learning your development as a person in your healing process. You're going to attract the certain people that are coming into your life because of what you need to look in your own soul individually and fix. So if you think you have a twin flame, or if you want to go by astrology, or however you want to believe or have a belief system, when the reality is something's going on with you inside of you that is causing you to attract that type of person.
That's right. I agree.
I'm a survivor of 3 narcissists, and I had the victim mentality.
Thank you, Chris.
And if I would have kept that victim mentality right now, going up against 3 bosses who don't even know any better that they are narcissists, because unfortunately, narcissistic tendencies, because there's a lot of narcissists, period, in this generation, because of the me, look at me, let me have validation, but then they don't give accountability or give back the validation. They just want to continuously take it. You have more takers than you have givers. Then you also have Eve women and you have Lilith women. Men don't understand that. Then you also got, you want to really go throw it back in ancient civilization when it comes to everything. We're supposed to be in a human experience. 1, 2, you're supposed to learn how to live in your masculinity and your femininity as a woman and as a man. So if a man doesn't know how to nurture, it's because somewhere along the line in the generations of the curses of their family, it got lost. Why? Because in this society, in this prison world that I'm living in, that I see, his family was broken up 2 generations ago.
See, but I'm gonna say this: some of that is true, some is not, because a lot of times, yeah, the generation has broken up, but some of us are fixing that because we hold ourselves accountable. It's easier for me being in my position. It will be easier for me to hold myself accountable for the things that I do because I will be doing myself a disservice of not being there, calling myself a good person, all these things. If you're not doing what starts with you, see, so that's where we a lot of times it depends on yes the background you came from because a lot of time a lot of us came from messed up homes but we turned out real good because we choose that what we want, we choose to be in that position, we choose to be leaders, we choose to not want to go back. My past don't define me, it refines me. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of times it's not the past. It's you. You can't say it's the past, then you say, oh well, I'm responsible. It can't be both ways.
May I give an example though, as a woman who has never had a covering of a man ever in her life because of the lack of a man needing to be what they needed to be, but didn't realize that they weren't taught, so they couldn't figure it out. I was fatherless. He abandoned me at 3. Had a stepfather who was a pastor who made a pass at me at 16, at 19. Okay, men do have responsibility, but I had the responsibility of taking what happened to me and making it better. So what I did as a parent, I had an arranged marriage with an abusive. I have a story. I don't just say things to say things. I had an abusive relationship that was an arranged marriage, and yes, that still exists. Was able to break from that and entered into a trauma bond because that whole entire church family, because we're talking church now, decided to leave me in the streets for dead because they were a karmic family, to then house the man and take care of him. And I had to be able, God, I give all God my glory. I would be jaded and I wouldn't be who I am. Anthony. And I honor men to an extent because I know the place that is needed. So what I did to change things was make my voice safe in this world. I didn't make the excuses that my family made and dust things under the rug because they didn't want to deal with it. So that's when I call upon the past. A lot of people don't want to have those uncomfortable truths of what caused your generation and your own mind mentality to be what it is, because you are literally having to undo the karmic ties of what your forefathers have done. Not your first father, but the father of the father of the fathers. And a lot of people don't realize that. And some families don't take the time. That's why they call us black sheep, or they call us chosen, where they do and say and label everything, but it's never, religion is taking out source from within and looking at an outer source instead of going within and listening to that conscience that God already gave you for you to understand, but it's being infiltrated by influence and other people. I have come from nothing. When I tell you I am who I am because of God, I speak on his name, and I might not say the right things and I might say it right, but I do not hate men, and I should. I understand and I admire and I give more kudos to those who figure that crap out, because it was made for you to fail. I'm not saying you guys failed, as I said the system was made for the men to fail.
Okay, y'all, hold on. We're going to pause for a moment because we do got a new person on here, and so don't want to get too far ahead just in case you had something from previous before y'all started talking. Hey, Jay, welcome.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Let me just say, Miss Hollywood, I thank you for this space. I thank you for creating this space and allowing everybody to speak so freely and to speak their truths. And I'm just going to speak from what I know and what I've been speaking about on my journey and on my platform. And what we discuss is love. And it's not the love that everyone thinks that it is. We all think that love is about a feeling or an emotion, but it's not. Love is the ugly part of us, and we have to face each and every day. So this question about men being accountable for women's behavior, we are all accountable for our own behavior. We are all a direct result of our choices and decisions in our lives. That's us as individuals. But what happens in this situation is if we're not showing up as love, that's where the confusion begins. If we don't know what love is, which a lot of us don't, I want to make that perfectly clear. A lot of us think that love is how someone shows up for us, how someone treats us. If I were to ask any one of you, what is love to you? You would explain it in a way of how you want to receive it, but you will not explain it how you want to give it. And that's what love is. Love is how you're going to show up, not how somebody else is going to show up. It's how you're going to represent yourself in a relationship, in a situation, in a dynamic, in a scenario. It's how you're going to give, how you're going to make someone feel safe, how you're going to create a safe space for someone, not how they're going to create it for you. Because you creating that safe space creates a safe space for you. And people don't realize that. We're operating backwards. I really, really want people to understand that we're operating backwards. We're operating from the end, trying to get to the beginning. We should be starting at the beginning, trying to get to the end. We should be starting at like and trying to get to know and get to the end of love. But we start off with love, which is really like. We really just like each other. We're not really loving each other because if you know what love is patient, love is kind, love bears all, love believes all, love is selfless. Ain't nobody over here trying to be selfless, but that's what love is. Are you going into a relationship saying you're going to be selfless? You going to think about somebody before yourself? You going to put somebody before yourself? Nah, we're not doing that. We in here talking about the wisdom. You know what wisdom is? What's in it for me? What can I get out of this relationship? How am I going to mask myself and show up so I can get what I want to get out of this person? We're not coming into a relationship saying, I'm coming in here because this is what I'm about. This is what I'm giving. This is what I'm giving. I'm coming in here and I'm starting from the middle. Starting from the middle, you start all over. You start all over again. You go back to the beginning. You go back to the beginning. The beginning is looking at you. How did I show up? I showed up wrong. I caused an offense. Let me apologize. Let me mend my ways because I was broken at the beginning. At the beginning, I was broken. And when I was broken, I caused harm. I broke people. I broke relationships. Now I got to go back because I'm healing. Listen, everybody here, the way you sound, you all sound like you're healing. But you know what healing entails? Healing is not just about you. Healing means you got to go back and mend those broken spaces, those broken places. That's healing. That's healing. You caused some offenses in your brokenness. You hurt some people in your brokenness. You got to go back and fix that. That's healing. Healing ain't just for you.
No, I like that. I thank you for that, Jay. Just for those of you guys that don't know Jay, I'm gonna introduce her really quick. Jay has a platform. I met Jay on TikTok. She has a platform and is talking about healing. I know Anthony, you came over yesterday for a little bit. You saw me in there. But yeah, she's definitely an awesome person and has a good spirit. Always come from a great space, and she has learned some things about the healing in this particular area of love. And so her whole spirit and her entity, when you watch her live, you can tell that there was some deliverance that took place that she didn't even understand she was doing, and now that she know, she wants to spread it to other people. So I appreciate you, Jay. If you guys want to follow her, definitely a positive person on this platform. I don't normally recommend people, y'all know that, but I'm all about supporting people that's trying to keep us in a great space, and she definitely has a good heart. And she's very passionate about making sure that we know how to love. I just want to piggyback on something. First, I'm gonna come back from Queen Karma. Then I want to go to Anthony really quick, and then I'm gonna piggyback off of Jay because the three of you guys said something to me, and I grasped a few things out of it. First with Queen Karma, what I want to say is I heard your story, and you know what? I thank God for you being able to share, for being open and transparent, because somebody on the FYP or maybe somebody even in the panel or the box needed to hear that today, to know that you can push forward, you can get through anything, even when it seems tough. But I wanted to piggyback on something because I notice a lot of times what happens is the world has taught us to rely on these particular words to name people. And so what we do is we just want to put a name on it. Now, I know that there is a particular thing as narcissistic behavior, but what happens is when we see one trait in a person, we call them a narcissist, or we see that they bipolar because the world has put these particular identities on us, which that's not what we are. A lot of it is just how we grew up. A lot of it is what we learned in our household. And some of us don't realize that it's right or it's wrong. But a lot of times what we do is we want to put a name on it because it sometimes make ourselves feel better on what we were dealing with. It helps us to cope when we put a name or attach a name to something. But I had to go back to Anthony now. Something powerful that I know about you, Anthony, when she was talking about love. I know you said meet in the middle, but I don't think you really mean that, because when I think about you and I hear you on the panels and how you talk about how you know, incorporate your wife. To me, that love that she's talking about, you're already there. You don't need to go to the middle because I listen to how you pour. You're pouring because that's what you want to receive back. And like she said, that's what love is about. I don't hear you saying, oh, well, I'm just going to do this for my wife so she can do this. I always hear you say, no matter what, I got to make sure my wife is good. When I see the kids doing too much, hold on, I got to do. That's what love will make you do. Love will make you do it and not worry about what you're going to get out of it. That is real, true love. And like Jay said, and I'm going to come back to you, as like you said, the point that you made, a lot of us look at love as a feeling. It's what we want and how I feel. Well, at the end of the day, we already know that it may not feel so pleasant, and that's the reason why we have to make sure that we're emotionally intelligent. Because if we're not, we're going to operate in our feelings. And today, I might not wake up feeling like I want to love. But love should happen all the time, whether you feel like it or not. And when you get to a space where you feel like you're choosing love, then you know that you're not giving love freely. Because to give love freely is to have love every day. You don't pick today or tomorrow. I'm going to choose to love today. Today you pissed me off. You made me mad. You said something that I didn't disagree with. Now I don't love you. No, that's not how love works. And so when we think about loving on one another and loving each other, we love each other through thick and thin. And so for most of the people that I've been on the panel with these last few months, I feel like that's what we do because we didn't have some hard times. We didn't have some knots and some bumps in the head. But because we're all out here really trying to show love and be loved, we just show up with love no matter what the circumstance, no matter what has happened to me, no matter what I've been through. It's a lot of people that I can say, like Queen said, I should I'm not gonna say the word because you know the TikTok, but I should H this person. But because of the love that is in me and God put it there, I don't I just get away from the people that don't know how to treat me well. I just move around. You know, I'm gonna let you know what you did, but then I'm gonna go over here where I know I can give that love and it's accepted and it's wanted and it's valued and it's desired. And I think when we get back to a place where we value love and understand it. See, a lot of us got to go back to the beginning because we got to understand what it is first. In order to give love, you have to understand it. And then for those of us that say we're believers and we do believe God, we know what God said, just like she said, it doesn't count right or wrong. So I can't tell you that I love you, but every time I turn around, I'm putting down, writing on a piece of paper how much you did to me when you hurt me, when you made me mad. No, because I'm showing up with love freely. Now, if you're not going to do what you're supposed to do, I know when love will teach me when to move around. You understand what I'm saying? But I can still love you from a distance. And I think that's the place that we need to get back in is taking it out as a feeling of something that we're supposed to receive and learning to just give it and it just be that. Because when you give love, you're going to get love back. That's a fact.
Absolutely. It's automatic. It'll automatically reciprocate you. You don't even realize it. And we're out here chasing love, looking for love, not even realizing that we are the embodiment of love. We haven't taken the time to find out what love really is. Because we are love. We're out here looking for something that we already possess in and of ourselves because we created in the image and likeness of God. And what is God? He's love.
I guess I would say first of all, let me say, hey, Miss Howard.
Hey, Mr. Dill, welcome up, Mr. Dill. How you doing
Tay,
today?
how are you? What's up, Andy? Hey, panel, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all
What's up, Dill?
because it's cold as hell out there.
It is cold. We are good. We at the warm Hollywood Playhouse.
I just I think I have a difference of opinion because
Go ahead, you can speak.
when you love someone, you can love them, but that doesn't mean that they have to love you back. And we're not talking about the thing of envy. No. Just you know how it is that you love someone just for yourself, or you forgive someone just for yourself. Because that way you know you can move on. You did your part. And then still some people can still be evil is you know what. That's all I gotta say.
But you know what? That goes back to what Jay was saying. That's what she was saying. She was saying that you got to learn to still show up in love, regardless of how the person responds. And what happens is, if the person don't respond to our love, then we want to take it away. No, if you're operating in true love, just like if you're a person that's forgive, If you'll forgive, and Anthony said all the time, if you this way, this is the way you are. If you say that I believe in God, I trust in God, guess what? Every day you get up, you're gonna believe what God said, you're gonna trust what God said about you, you're gonna walk in that thing. But if you're unsure, guess what happens? You have days where today, oh, I don't know if what God said about me is true. Oh, today I don't. That's when you're not unsure. But when you're fully sure and you're operating in love, it doesn't matter if that person loves you back. You're just here to give it. That's your whole job, and that's what we have to understand. Like she said, we're accountable for ourselves. I'm accountable for knowing that God said I need to be loved. God didn't say I need to love this person because they love me back. God didn't say I need to love this person because they gave me this or they. He didn't say any of that. He said love, just love without looking for anything in return. But what I will tell you, you're going to get a lot more in return. But when you don't look for it, it's even more of a blessing.
You know,
I
First Corinthians 13 says you can feed the poor, you can give all the money you want, but if you do those things without love, it's like a loud clanging cymbal. It's like a loud siren that nobody's going to like or hear or receive, and God won't even receive.
And
right?
you already got your reward. That's why.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Yes.
So
Go ahead, Anthony.
I was just joking with the lady when I said meet in the middle.
Yeah, I know. That's why I came back and said that. No, I don't. I knew you were joking.
So this is what it is. You know, when you talk of like love for me, I mean, you know how I feel about that word, right? And so what I learned throughout the years, when you have that the respect and the honor for that person's, you know, you're dealing with or whoever, anybody, anyone, because we're gonna deal with different people at different levels of love. You know, I love my car, I can love my dog, I can love, you know, the neighbors, but I don't know, you know, so it's different levels of that. But for me, that's what I, you know, it was. I'm gonna love you with all of me, and if the thing about it, what I want to say is that God has reciprocated that to me, not my wife. He found me someone that he know, okay, this man is giving his all, what I'm gonna do. So he finds someone until this day, right here today, that's reciprocate that. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You know how I always speak about that. But as of today, I'm receiving the same love I'm giving out, or more, or whatever. You know, man, 26 years is not nothing to sneeze at. So
place your bets, please.
That's what I'm saying. Love is gonna come in different forms, in different ways, and all. Yeah, I didn't see it so many ways. So yeah.
But you're giving love, and it's showing up. Yeah. That's the good news about it. But the love that she's talking with has nothing to do with material. So I want you to not add the car or things, because when you think of a level like that, if we're loving the way that God said we love, we're not even supposed to be loving the things of this world. So let's just be real here. If we gonna go back to the real and we gonna be truthful and honest, we should not be loving the things of the world. So I should not be loving my car. I should not be loving. You understand what I'm saying? He already told us that. So that love, we ain't talking about that love, because that's not love. He didn't want us to love that stuff no way. To love on each other, love on one another is what he wanted us to do.
You're gonna show it, right? Because love is an action word, and you can't even help it. Because you're gonna, whatever you love, you're gonna pay attention to. You're gonna spend time with it, right?
You want to nurture it.
Right.
You take good care of it. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe in my generation, what I've seen, a lot of people, and what I've noticed, because I manage at a restaurant, fully employed, and there are all levels of every aspect of life. I've noticed that a lot of people don't even know what the word love means because they're too busy looking out for it. They don't look at themselves and just love themselves for 2 seconds. Because the minute I looked in that mirror and realized maybe I'm not loving me enough, and that's what's happening. Because I love my solitude. When a woman goes into solitude and enjoys the love that she cares for herself with, and the peace is priority, is held.
I want to ask you a question, not to cut you off, but
no,
you say you came from a background of arranged marriages.
One arranged marriage, and then I became a widow not too long ago, 3 years ago, due to a trauma bond. I was left in the streets and stuff.
If you don't mind me asking, what is your race?
I have 16 different races, and I was raised in Puerto Rico.
Oh, okay. Let's go back. My mom is from my mom's side.
Hold on, wait, Mr. Dill, hold on, let him finish.
Okay,
just so we don't talk over each other.
The reason why I asked is because I came from a background of arranged marriages too.
He came in there.
And so,
He's a pastor's daughter, and the
just
church,
to come up,
they didn't want. It was more of like it. I don't fault the church. I fault the humans that run it, because at the end of the day, God doesn't condone stuff like that. It's more of human failure, in my opinion. So that's how I was able to forgive that, and I've forgiven a lot of people without any type of in return, because that comment that was made is very important, to forgive others for your own good, because if not, you become jaded. The other side of pain is the other side of love, and beauty is love, but so is pain. And a lot of people can't handle that pain, and I'm not mad at them, because they're the same color.
I can't handle it.
That's where you need people to be around you and support you, but that doesn't exist like it should.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. Mr. Dill, you want to say something? Go ahead. Hold on, Anthony. Let Mr. Dill say something real quick. Go ahead, Mr. Dill.
Hey, Miss Queen, how are you today? Are you okay? I want to ask, and I don't want to make sure that I'm not being disrespectful, but arranged marriage, how did that work for you, arranged marriage?
Okay, so I was in Puerto Rico. Parents have authority over you until you're 21. And unfortunately, in my situation, my mother is, and I know you mentioned that it's a label, but I've seen people who are so stuck in their entities and their own demons that their eyes turn black. So I know when I say a narcissist, I'm being so for real. My mother's a narcissist, so for some odd reason, she had it out for me. It's like a karmic tie.
It haven't changed though. It haven't changed.
Hey, Anthony, let her finish. Hold on, let her get it out real quick.
She's the one who arranged that marriage for me, because she pretty much set me up for failure for the rest of my life. To be very blatantly honest.
Okay, so your mom put that together.
And he's currently still stalking me as we speak, but I'm not. He's a henchman. I'm not worried about him.
I'm sorry, girl.
Go ahead, Anthony.
Are you in the States? Are you in the States right now?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm not scared of nothing. I'm all right. I just
All right. I just want to be sure you're okay.
No, I'm always all right. When I say these things, by exposing it causes them to kind of back up a little bit. You know
and Queen Karma, the only reason, so this is why I say, the only reason that I say what I said about narcissists, because I'm going to be honest with you, if they didn't put a definition on it, you wouldn't call your mother that. Because there would be no definition for it. And I can think at being 46 years old, when I was coming up, there was no such thing. There was no such thing. You didn't hear nobody talking about it.
Karmic means someone who refuses to advance themselves as a person and choose to live in a lower vibration of hate, jealousy, and Jezebel type scenarios.
You said a narcissist is that?
Can I please?
That's because they put a definition on it to you, honey, and so now that's what you look for, and you're gonna run with that name.
She's operating from her own pain that we haven't even recognized. She's operating from a place of her own trauma that she's never dealt with, and that's what we label. We label person's pain and their trauma as narcissism. It's just trauma that they haven't dealt with. And her mother may have been the same way to her. In front, she probably was. No, it's not necessarily that's what she is. It's that's what she was taught. That's what she was conditioned to be. She doesn't know anything else. And she doesn't know anything else because no one's having that conversation with her. We're just accepting it.
You know, some
like how you put that, yo.
Let me say this. My sister is dealing with the same thing. She do not want to have no kids because of how our mother treat us. But I have 8 children with one woman. My mom and my dad was never married. My mom did so much shit to us because of my dad, because she hated him so much that she took it out on us. But guess what? I didn't come out that way. But I see the traits in my sister. And it's crazy because my sister and my mom is 5 days apart, same month. And so it's crazy what you said, because some of us A lot of times we choose to move on from that, and some of us choose to move forward.
To go to the spiritual side, though, the spiritual side, I've seen, if you don't want to label it, put a name on it, I've seen the same energy, that same entity jump in every one of my family members just to attack me. And that's when I stopped being so upset at it. I stopped taking it personal. I stopped looking at that person like, how can you do this? And then more so saying, how can I help you relieve you of this, whatever you got going on? Because whatever you're possessed with is attacking me. And it attacked me through my children, it attacked me through all my siblings, all of them. But one thing I do know that God is very, very picky about. He wants his vengeance, and I learned that the hard way. So I let go and I let God every stinking time. And
there you go. There you go. Because vengeance is his and not ours.
In English, it might not come out right, but.
Mm-hmm.
That part, let go.
That's why I don't really get into the rough stuff with people, because like I said, it's the such thing as when you know better, you do better. And because I know whose I am, because I know whose kid I is, because I know who my father and who I'm, running up on and who I'm trying to be more like on the daily. And I have to repent every day. Every day I gotta get up, I'm saying it, and repent because sometimes in the day I'm gonna either say something or I'm gonna do something that I know is not godly like, but because my flesh sometimes take over, I do it, and I have to repent and say, God, forgive me. I don't know why, but I'm doing it sincerely because I really want to get better. But because I know these things and I know that certain things exist only through Him, I realized that a lot of this stuff that we're watching and we're seeing going on, and as we start growing more spiritually, we will understand that a lot of this stuff is spirits. And God didn't put a name on it. He just said that the spirit is a spirit. You know whether it's good and you know whether it's of evil. And sometimes you do have to remove yourself from those type of things because if not, it can taint itself to you, just like Queen Carna said. It went down. That's the reason why we have such things as called generational curses. People don't want to believe it. They don't want to see it. Yeah, it is, and I get it. You want to break the cycle, and that's what we're supposed to do. Anthony said all the time, I got to break the cycle from how my mother and my father did it. I got to do it different for my family. And that's what breaking those generational curses look like. Breaking the cycle, understanding, see, what we got to do is we got to start going back to those places, just like you said, Queen Carmen, and taking the Band-Aid, because I'm a nurse. And one thing I know about being in the medical field, if you cover that thing up with a Band-Aid for too long, eventually you're going to have to take that Band-Aid off and air it out because there's a possibility that it can get infected or you'll have a scar. In order to not have a scar, you got to take that Band-Aid off. You got to do what? You got to treat that sore, bruise, whatever it was, and you got to let it air out. And that's the same thing you got to do in family ship, friendship, anything that is not right, you got to take the Band-Aid off of it because you got to get to the root of the problem. Because in order to heal, like Miss J said earlier, you cannot heal without going to the root of the problem because you need to know, how did I get here? And that's going to take some time and that's going to take some serious work. But once you do that and you get to a place where you uncover that, you take that Band-Aid off and you let that thing air out and heal, I'm telling you, it's just a better feeling overall.
Yes, it is. The other side of healing is beautiful. It definitely is. Confronting yourself. It's dealing with yourself, facing your
That's
own.
right, King's DNA. Cut it off at the head. That's right. In reality, we supposed to be living our kids a legacy. Like if you want me to be 100 with you, I was just thinking about this the other day, and this how God be speaking to me. So you know how a lot of times we get together now, we all out here, we working hard because guess what? We want to leave our kids a house. We want to leave our kids these cars. We want to leave our kids all of these materialistic things that guess what? A tornado can come in a second and take it away after we gone. Anything can break it apart. They might not even know how to have good money management skills, but we done left them this house that they can't manage in 6 months, they gone. No, what we supposed to be leaving our children is a legacy of faith. Because when all of that, then when that house and them cars and everybody is gone, guess what? All they're going to have is God. But they got to have the faith to believe that God is going to come through. And that's what we really supposed to be leaving our kids, a legacy of faith, not all of this materialistic stuff. Because once this materialistic stuff is gone, the only person going to still be here is God. And guess what? If our kids get in a rut where they lose their home, they lose their car, they lose their house, and they don't have a relationship with God, they can lose themselves too.
You know what I grabbed? I grabbed everything in that, and then I heard a tornado. I'm like, shit. I'm gonna shut up real quick. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. I gotta think about this. A tornado.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right, y'all got it. I'm being quiet.
King's DNA said it. He said we're not praying for them to have a true relationship with Christ, and that's what's happening, right?
Mhm.
We're not. We're going by society's norms, by the world's norms, and we're not teaching our kids how to pray for themselves. We're not. My oldest son, called me the other day. He was going through a problem. He's out of town. He's a DJ. DJs all over the world,
Mhm.
in another country. Called me having a problem. I had to pray with him over the phone. I had to show him the power of God over the phone. And I hesitated for a moment. I said, God, is he going to get this? Is he going to hear what I'm saying to him? I said, you know what? I got to step out on faith. I got to believe that he is. I have to believe that he is. This is what it is. So I had to pray with him over the phone. And that's what we're not doing. We're not doing that with our kids. That's the
Yeah,
way.
some of us, and you can tell the ones that are not, and that's just for the so just to clarify, we're talking about the ones that are not doing it, not the ones that are, but those of us that know better, we know who God is, but we're not teaching it to our kids. We're not praying that our kids have that relationship. Because here's the thing, there's going to be a point in time in life, I don't care what you do for your kids on the regular, what you bail them out of, what you try to keep them back from, there is going to be a time in your life where you ain't going to be able to do nothing and all they got is God. And if they don't know how to call on God when you ain't around, who else they gonna call on? A stranger in the street that's probably gonna direct them in the wrong way? We gotta teach them. And like they say, when you know better, you do better. This thing ain't just for us. This is for our generation. This is for me. It's for my grandchildren. I got grandchildren being born. I'm teaching my grandchildren how to play. I need my grandchildren to know that there is a God, because when grandma can't come through, I need you to call on him, because sometimes grandma just can't come through because grandma might be in her own rut.
That's right.
Like you said, I talked to my youngest boy. I got three, and I told you, Miss Hollywood, my oldest boy, he almost 40, and
That's right, kids.
yeah, my youngest boy is 18, and I talk to him almost, if not every day, every other day, and he lives in a different state than me. So I make sure that I talk to him and I explain those things to him. Definitely, he just got out of school. He actually graduated school early. He graduated school earlier than what he was supposed to. So he's a very smart kid. But I definitely talk to him. But he has that attitude. He wants to be in the street. He just got his license and everything, but he lives in Pennsylvania. I'm like, no, we not doing that. We not doing that. Don't play with me like that. I'm going up there this weekend just so I can make sure that, listen, up here, your skin color is one thing, and I don't want to cause controversy for that, but you need to understand that there's certain areas that you don't need to be in after a certain time of night. So but I love my baby boy. I love my baby boy, but he wants to be so grown. And
you gotta love him enough, miss him to God. You gotta love him enough, forgive him to God, because what you're doing is you're trying to take the place of God, and what it's doing is it's running you down. It's worrying you. It's making you feel stressed. You gotta know when to let go, because as humans, we have certain limitations. We only can do so much, and we have to understand that you have to learn when to let go and let God, because you could tell your kids, you could show them, you can what they say, you can lead people to water, but you cannot make them drink. And sometimes they have to have their own encounter and their personal encounter with God the same way you do, because you had your encounter and that's why you love him.
See, Hollywood, that's what I was telling
You're
my son.
right.
Like,
You're right.
What you say, Anthony? Hold on, let me let Anthony say something.
So it was like my oldest son. And I didn't believe, because, the boy, he was in there video games, he was, he was in the basketball, but he was getting into trouble and all these things. And I'm like, I wanted like more for him than he did. Well, like you said, when I went to God and started talking to God about what I want, and not just like, just for myself. And to see him now, like every morning, because I'm on like clockwork. I post my thing to God, my thank you, and that's the first person that respond, no matter what time in the morning. And when we have dinner, he's the one that leads with a prayer. So I know God is doing something great, and that he is the next kin of me. So when I'm gone, here's my second, my first son that's going to be the one taking over, and I know that God is putting it in good hands. And thank God. But it didn't happen overnight. Even though it was a two-parent household and all these things. So people think, oh, just because the two-parent household, pastors and all these things. No. You're talking about a solid foundation from day one. But it's not always like that. I have 8 of them, and I know I know there's a foundation that they're going to get back online and know that, you know what, I didn't fall off from it, I get back. And I'm learning a lot of things. Like I tell my kids every time we meet up, I'm learning more than I should get more because now I'm having adults and I'm dealing with teenagers and all these different age groups. And so I'm learning something every day.
That's right.
The oldest, bro. How old is your oldest?
My oldest is 22.
Okay. Right.
Hollywood, I'm going through a situation with my daughter, which cried my soul, and my daughter, like, she left my house, she's 18, and I went through that scenario of my house got broken, and then I realized that I had a growth that I needed to address when it came to being the example and setting the record straight on how I was going to react instead of reacting like my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she, and I
phone breaking up, Queen.
But I said I love her, but she still, like, she chose to be on her own. So I taught her in the sense of having faith. So did I with my son. But it's like the hardest thing a parent can go through, that when they're all raised up and they think they're grown and they want to go out and venture out, especially when they're female, without any type of guidance or structure or support. They just want to just let me go experience it, and little do they know that life, man. And I didn't shelter her. I didn't shelter her. But it was so like life learning lesson. It was a lesson of, am I going to respond in a hateful way or am I going to respond in an unconditional way? Because
I'm going to respond in love. Love.
I did. Right. And I did. But I cried. I cried in the closet.
And that's okay. You can cry in the closet because sometimes that's what we got to do as a parent. But can I get you to look at this perspective? So now I want you to think about this. And the reason I'm going to bring you to this perspective, and I love this. Y'all know this get me going. So I love the fact that you guys are so open and talkative, because these are the things that I like to talk about. But I like for us to look at it into a different perspective. So check this out. So what you just said as a parent, you said one of the things was being a parent is hard when you got to watch your kids do their own thing, even though you try to tell them and you give them advice. So let me put you in a different shoes and perspective. Don't you think it's hard for God to watch us do what we want to do when He gave us the blueprint? Don't you think it's hard for God to watch us turn the corner when He already told us to go left and we decided to go right? Don't you think it's hard for God to see us in relationships dealing with things that we know He didn't want us to deal with? Don't you think it's hard for God to see us not loving ourselves the way that He said that we should love, because He loved us greater than anything? So when I think about my children and what they're doing and where they're going and how they're out there and maybe they're not listening to me, you know what? I give them a little bit of grace. And like Jay said, I do operate in love, and I may go back, but you know what? It's helped me a lot in my emotions because I don't cry about it too much anymore. What I do is I pray to God more. I pray to God more for my children, because what I realize is the same way that I'm looking at them, that's the same way He's looking at me right now. Because if you think that I do everything right, no, ma'am. If you think that I say everything right, no, no. If you think that I treat everybody right, no. I have my days where, depending on the moment that you catch me and the day you catch me, you might get it. I might operate in a little love today because I feel like it, but it just helps me understand this walk in this life. And when I say the foundation started with Him, when we look at it, it makes me not come down so hard on my children, because God don't come down so hard on me, because He still loved me even when I've been with that wrong dude that He told me not to, He told me not to go over there, and I did it again. And even though I got myself in this situation, He was still there to wipe my tears. And sometimes we got to let our kids go out here and do what they do, but when they come back after doing what they doing, we got to be there to coddle them, to hold them. A lot of what we don't do now, we don't hug our kids. We don't kiss our kids. We don't tell them that we love them. We so busy with life and everything is hustle and bustle. We don't take a second to just sit them right there by us. What's going on with you? How are you? Because mom and dad are so overloaded with what's going on with them. But see, that's why we have to pray more because we need to release that stuff so that we can tend to our families and show that love because that's what a lot of us missing low key. A lot of us is missing that true love.
I think that that's a personal situation because me, even with my boys, I sit and I feel. I ain't gonna hold you, Miss Hollywood. I will kiss them on their forehead and tell them that I love them real quick, and they be acting weird like that. What? I'm like, look, I just want you to know I love you. You gotta go out here and you gotta figure these things out. And this thing called life, because this part is not easy. I can only I can only show you, or I can only teach you
So much.
certain things.
Mhm.
I can only show you and teach you certain things, but I want you to be safe. But I always want you to know that I love you, and I kiss all my kids on the forehead. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Yes, everything that you said was right. You know, you have to be that dad or that mom to let your babies know, no matter what goes down, I'm still here for you. So yes, I have two boys and I have a girl, and I got a grandbaby. But every last one of them, I kiss them on their forehead to let them know that you're gonna be okay. I can only teach you certain things, but you gotta understand these life things that's going on. So that's where I digress at.
And that's a good thing. I'm glad, and that's what I'm saying, Mr. Dill. Some families, that's what a lot of us are missing. And even like Queen said, that's what she missed from her mom. She didn't get that love. And for me, I got love from my mother, but I didn't get love from my father. So what I was looking for that man love, and guess what I started doing? I started getting in all these relationships that wasn't healthy for me because I was too busy trying to find the love that my father didn't give me. It wasn't that my mother didn't love me. My mother loved me. She showed me love, and she didn't say it as much as she could have. But when I look at action, I'm a woman of action. You can't just say what you want to say to me. Your action has to line up with your words. And so my mother showed me love by her action, by what she did. And she even showed me tough love. See, a lot of times we think that when we got to come down hard on our children, that that's not love. No, there's a such thing as tough love, and that's the reason why the Bible talks about it. Because at some point, you gotta love them, but still put your foot down. You have to love them and still tell your children the truth. A lot of times we sugarcoat and we're not honest, and then we gotta get as a older generation. I would say this when it comes to the youth. What I've learned, and my oldest son is 29. My youngest daughter is almost 20. I have 5 in between that. So they're all above 20. But what I've learned about them is we got to stop being that generation where we tell our kids, oh, because we are the adults, you got to listen to us. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you really take the time out to listen to your kids when they're trying to tell you something, they'll tell you everything that you need to know about them, but we're so busy hushing them up because it's like what they saying right now is important, or maybe their delivery wasn't well. Teach them how to deliver that message to you, but we need to get back to listening to our children because they're saying things and we're not hearing them.
So let me say this. Everything you said is true, and this is it. That's why once upon a time that word love gave me shit. And it's because there's a lot of people in the past that okay, yeah, you say that, but your action don't line up with your words, right? So that's what I say. What I said. If you're not showing me the ultimate respect, if it's not God and me, then I don't want to be with it. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Because that's what I'm giving you. That's if you want to call it love, that's my love to you. I'm giving you everything, all of me. So if you're not prepared to do that for me, we what they call it compatible. No, we can't line up if you're not 100 and I'm not 100. How can we line up? But you can't bring her out.
Hold on,
You don't bring me 99.
are you talking about your babies or you talking about
No,
your
I'm talking about the word love and no, my babies is they love. So that ain't going to
That's what I was trying to say. Like, all right, okay.
Oh, that's not because look, me and my wife have to love our babies together. It's God, her, and then God, me, and then our babies. We love them together, right? So that's not even because they didn't ask to be here. I wanted them here. God present them to me, right? And it's only a certain amount of time I get to be here. So yeah, man, my baby, then I asked Hollywood about me. I'm daddy of the year. Daddy of the month.
I know that's right.
Look, stand at the throne.
Yeah, all you guys. That's why I love y'all so much. Absolutely.
Stand at the throne. Oh, your shit.
I don't want that title. I don't want that. I'm good.
That's one thing. I take mine because I know what it is. I know, like, I'm up in the middle. I'm 24-hour daddy. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I got business and all that, but yeah, my kids know. They call no matter how old they get. I'm still daddy. That's what we forget. You know, it's like, oh, well, we got to get it. Yeah, we teach them the game and all that, but they might not get it the way we do. So
what's so sad is every man didn't have that, and that's the sad part.
Yeah, that's right.
Every man didn't have that. That's why we have
God taught me that. You see what I'm saying? I never
Welcome, love.
a lot of men now because they didn't all have that, you know. And I was listening to everybody saying you all sound like amazing dads, and I respect you and I honor that so much because that's what's missing. I know for me, I lost my dad 14 years ago, but my dad was whenever I told him for advice, my father never gave me the word. He always gave me the word of life. Always. Which is why I respected him so much, which is why also I held any man in my life to such a high standard because he didn't measure up to my father. Which messed me up.
My problem was, Miss J,
because you would never find your father, Jay. That's right, and not in them.
My father didn't know his father, so he didn't know how. With me and my little brother, he did not know how to react towards us as we got older. You know, he fell into the drugs game and everything like that or whatever. You know, so it was like, you know, I couldn't sit and even though I was the oldest brother, I couldn't sit and talk to him or anything like that. He wanted to get violent, and it's like, no, you ain't about to be violent, you know. So I dealt with a lot growing up. So I mean, I do understand what some people are saying.
I understand where you're coming from there because when, you know, growing up, like I said, my mom used to hide us from my dad and things. When he would find us, she would move us again and things like that. So when I finally went to go, I got old enough and I ran away and I went to go live with my dad. And you know, he was being, like because we just met up. You don't know how to be a dad so forth because he had my older sister, but you know, so I have to sit down with my dad and I'm like, you know what, I'm here trying to be a young man, you know. So you have to put whatever you got going on with you to the side and raise me to be the man I'm supposed to.
Okay. I had to. You know, I had to, and I'm gonna land my plane real quick. I had to step into a whole different positions in terms of dealing with my little brother because he had sickle cell disease. My dad, obviously, I just told you about my dad. My mom, she wasn't doing what she's supposed to do. So now I'm like, I'm still trying to go to school and take care of my little brother. So it was like, it was a mess, man. It was a mess.
Yeah. God bless you. God bless you. Coming through that.
Yeah.
And who you are to your kids today, right?
Yeah.
All prepared you for where you are today.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
I'm homeschooled, you know, and that's the thing. I get to see my kids up close and personal because we're homeschooling them. And I see how in each and every one learn different, how they.
I believe you gentlemen chose to break the cycle. You know, some men don't choose that route.
So
Right.
it's
You know?
that's what I wanted. Every day, me and my wife, it's a battle. Oh, what is it? All good things. You have to work hard for it. And that's what people don't realize. You don't just get it. God just don't hand you a plate and say, eat. No, you gotta work. Back in the day, if you don't work, you don't eat, literally.
Right.
So all good things. You sit there, it's time, it's patience, it's so much that goes, it's a whole pie. And if you're not filling in those pieces, because it's not never gonna get fit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
Anthony,
dropped my brother off like at the hospital, like move over, goddamn it, I gotta go to sleep. I gotta go to school.
Anthony, that's how I got quick.
It's amazing.
That's
It's
how I got.
amazing to find someone to share some of those insights with you.
Yep.
That's the thing. We don't always have to be, on the same page. Like I said, it's a different. You're dealing with different individuals. But if you find someone that at least 40% see it your way,
Somebody got some chips.
everybody wanted 100% nah. Because when she don't fit in, I fit in. When I don't fit in, she fit in. So that's all you got to do is make sure what works for you works for you.
That's right.
Put God first and watch Him fill in all those things.
That's right. Every blank you need will be checked off. I'm telling you, everything. It'll all start working this way, right where it needs to be.
What you eating? What you eating, Miss Hollywood? You sound
Some
like
Sour Patch Kids. I'm over here eating on some Sour Patch Kids.
I thought she was eating some Friday night chicken.
No, I ate.
That's Chris.
I was gonna,
That's
yeah,
Chris
that's what I
talking about
was.
chicken tonight.
That's what I was gonna tell
I
Anthony.
see chicken every night.
I was gonna tell. That's what I was gonna tell Anthony. You say you don't work, you don't eat. I told you we raised chickens. That's how I got quick. I love chicken.
Yeah. Let me tell you a story, Chris. So we used to have to, earn a lot of chicken, to cook and shit. So and me and my cousin would go back there and just cut the neck halfway. I can't. I will not. I love chicken, but I'm like,
Anthony, you didn't crack the neck first? You just cut it?
No, I grab it, I bend it, I just cut the little vein where the blood come out of it, just let it chicken.
I cannot, and I love chicken. I can't.
You're supposed to snap the neck first and then cut it.
And then cut it, yeah.
No, that's like y'all be out there hunting and shooting Bambi. I'm like, why you gonna shoot Bambi like that?
Okay, Bambi make good burgers.
Yeah, man, you used to plant rice, sugar cane, all that shit, man.
Bambi's butt make a nice rump roast with some potatoes and...
We used to steal people's cows and shit and just cut them so they can dump them.
You see, I told you, y'all know I'm an asshole. I was like, go
bad, man. That was bad. Yeah, I had to do a lot of repentance, man.
I used to go cow. We would go down to West Virginia and go cow tipping.
And then imagine catching a neighbor cows and shit, and then you over there done it in, and then the neighbor look at me like, all right, I'm gonna help you.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even know cows can run that fast. I did not. I know cows can run that fast. You push one of them motherfuckers, because they be falling asleep standing up. And you walk up to them and push them, and then they start chasing you. We was jumping in trees and everything. I'm like, oh, no.
Cows is
yeah, because you fucking up their sleep. They're like, this motherfucker.
Look.
No, but I got a question. When you tip them over, like, do they get back up on their feet and wake up, or?
They wake up.
They usually stay asleep.
Hard enough. You gotta push them hard enough, and for them to fall. But if you don't push them hard enough, but you push them, and they standing up sleep. Oh, they gonna chase you, and we jumping in trees. And I'm gonna tell you, we was off that SWEED. So I'm like, what? I am high as hell. I'm like, I'm jumping in trees.
You said you was on SW what?
What? Okay, so let's spell it again. WEED.
Oh, I thought you said SWEED.
I did say that at first. I'm sorry. So let me correct myself.
I was like, where they do that?
Yes, indeed, man. We down in West Virginia on my friend farm, and I'm like, man, what the hell? We smoke and everything, and like, come on, let's go push these cows. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I ain't no cow.